This is a review of the WA-47 studio microphone from Warm Audio. I'm going to tell you what I like about it and what I don't like about it. The WA-47 is based on the iconic and hugely respected Neumann U-47. The U-47, everyone's heard it. If you listen to any Beatle records ever in your life, you've heard a U-47, Beach Boys, uh, anything from the 50s, Sinatra, anything from the 50s and 60s, you've heard a U-47. You know, everyone, literally, everyone on the planet has heard a U-47. This is based on a U-47. It's a much more affordable alternative, of course. A Neumann U-47 right now, I don't know, in the neighborhood of $8,000 or something for a new one. Used ones even more. So the Neumanns hold their value and actually increase in value usually as they age. But this is about this microphone. So quickly, it's got a 47 type capsule, a B50V capsule, uh, which is a dual plated capsule, I believe. I'm not technical about that stuff, but it does do figure of eight on one position on a power supply and goes to cardioid in the 12 o'clock position, and there are some locked positions in between that, two locked positions in between that, and then two omnidirectional with two locked positions between those, the cardioid and omni. So it's a versatile mic. It'll do a figure of eight. You've seen the Beatles singing on each side of pictures of those guys singing on each side of the microphone, uh, and that's cool. It's very cool. This particular mic has this 47 type capsule. It's also got a USA made transformer by AMI, I believe, Tab Funkenwerk uh, transformer, and it's got a tube. So two pieces of vibe right there, man. The transformer and the tube together create this what these type of mics are known for. It's going through all of this cool circuitry, a tube and then a transformer, and then through a power supply and then into the mic pre. But it's that's why these microphones have such a vibe about them. It's just made with the stuff that has worked over the years, which is like a Neumann U-47. It's got a tube and it's got a transformer in it. So in order, for Warm to call themselves a somewhat competitor to a U-47, they did use premium, according to them, premium components like the transformer and the tube and the circuitry, the capacitors and the resistors, whatever they use. It comes with a shock mount. The shock mount's more than adequate. I got zero problems with the shock mount. Some people bitch about it. It does the gig, secures the mic nicely, snaps in right here. You can adjust the mic pretty easily, when you're setting up. So, no issues with the shock mount. I'll get to what I don't like about this microphone. First, I'd say the build quality is not the most premium thing. This is a screwed on head basket. Neumann doesn't do that, of course. You're looking at a $750 mic right now on the street against a $8,000 mic on the street. So I guess you could forgive them for using Phillips screws to put on this head basket. I'm not crazy about the chrome either, the bling kind of thing. I wish it were a mate, a satin kind of finish, kind of like the body is. Uh, Aside from that, it's okay. I mean, I don't like the head basket screwed on, but I can live with that. You don't see that on a recording, right? You just see it on a video like this, but the world's not going to end over that part. So yes, really the two things that I don't like about it are cosmetic: the head basket screwed on and the finish. Uh, as far as using it in the studio now, I will say that the microphones I've reviewed so far I've owned for 5 or more years. Some as long as 21, which is the case of my TLM 103. I bought this in May of 2021, so it's less than 2 years old. Today is January 10th, 2023, so it'll be 2 years old in May. So I can't say I've used it extensively. I've used it quite a lot, especially when I first got it, because that's when you want to try a microphone out. You try it on different vocalists, try it on different applications. So I went through that process for a few months, using the mic a lot on different sources. What I've come to find is, as a vocal mic, it's kind of hit and miss. As you can hear, man, it sounds great. I mean, it's got real nice big bottom end. The voice sounds nice come through. Spoken word sounds really nice coming through here. It's got a kind of sheeny top end. Uh, maybe even a hair heavy on the low mids, but I don't know, man. It's at this. I'm a foot away, as I usually always am when I'm doing these reviews, but and it's still got some body at this distance. So I think this is one of these microphones, man, where, and I've said this before, I kind of like getting away from a large diaphragm condenser microphone because they're designed kind of like that. Now, when you look at the Beatles, those guys are about here and one guy's here, but I mean, they're still away from the microphone. Anyway, as a vocal mic, it's good, but it's hit and miss. If you've got a nasally kind of vocalist, I think it's going to be a little more on the miss side. You may want to pull something else out and try it. But, overall, I think that's the only picky part of it for vocals that I would, mention. You know, a nasally vocalist might have a little issue with this microphone. But overall, for vocals, as you can hear with the voice, it should sound great as a vocal microphone. And I think in a lot of cases it does. I'm also using one other tube mic, which I haven't reviewed yet. That's an Avantone CV12, and I will review that one. And I'm using an FET by Lawton Audio lately as primary vocal mics. And a WA-87 that I reviewed from Warm Audio. I use that too, actually, still as a vocal mic. And this has been used as a vocal mic. I'm kind of leaning to that Lawton more nowadays as my primary vocal mic. It's just got a nice, smooth character about it. Again, this is all about vibe, character. When you put a tube and a transformer into something, you can expect vibe and character. So, that's the thing about this microphone is it does have some character. So, it may not fit every voice, man. In fact, I was listening to the radio, and I think it was Whitney Houston. Somebody said she had just got a brand new U-47 in, and she wanted to sing on it, and they played the song, and I'm pretty sure I didn't dream this. They played the song, and I thought it was, listening to it from that perspective, knowing what the microphone was, it was like, I don't know, man. I think she would probably sound better on a U-67, which is kind of like a U-87 with a tube and a transformer, another vibe mic, but smoother. The U-67 is definitely known to be a little smoother mic than this microphone. So I'd say, I would class this as a character microphone. Uses for vocals, discussed that. One of my favorites so far, uses for this, is actually on saxophone. Put it about 3 feet away from the saxophonist and, point it about a foot above the bell just toward the keys on the sax as the saxophone player is playing. And man, nice, nice. I've tried it on acoustic guitar, real nice. No issues with that. As you would expect, it sounds nice and bold, full, fat. Uh, a little bit on guitar cabs, but for guitar cabs, this microphone is kind of like the other microphones or any large diaphragm mic. I think it's best used when you put it about uh, 3 feet away from the speaker cab or something like that, so you can get the all the speakers kind of grooving together and a little bit of the room to give you that big fat sound that you would like to get from an electric guitar. I think for the price, man, it's pretty hard to beat this thing, man. I think the street price at the moment is $750, which if it was a little chunk for a project studio. But if you're investing in something you want some pro results and you want to have a microphone, a tube microphone like this, an affordable, if you will, U-47. There's some other microphones that are based on a U-47, but this is not a bad microphone. I can't compare it to U-47. I'm not even going to go there because I have no idea. I don't own a U-47. But I can tell you, all I'm saying is that as I know this microphone right now, I think it is a good investment. It's again, man, I probably number 2 or 3 right now for when I pull out a microphone for vocals. But I do pull it out for vocals. So the Warm Audio WA-47. I'm Pershing Wells here in South Louisiana. Appreciate you watching these microphone videos that I'm doing. I'm also reviewing some other gear like the Boss Waza tube amp extender. I did a little review on that, which is pretty cool because it's actually replaced some of my speaker cabs. That's kind of cool. So I can cut Marshall tracks late at night, blast them. Appreciate you watching the reviews, and please consider subscribing if you feel moved to the channel. I'd appreciate that a lot. I'm going to keep putting out these reviews of gear that I've used so that you can make an informed decision if you're looking at a particular piece of gear. So if you're looking at a WA-47, this is another resource for you to know from a real world perspective of how it works in a recording studio. So again, my name is Pershing Wells. I'm a full-time producer here in Louisiana for 20 years now. And I'd recommend the microphone, the Warm Audio WA-47. So thanks, and make it a great day.